Welcome back, anime fans. In this video, we're going to dive into the world of manipulation and dark psychology in anime. These are not just stories about battles and fights. They are stories about the human mind, about how intelligence, strategy, and manipulation can be more powerful than any weapon. So get ready, because today we're talking about 5. Dark psychology and manipulation. Anime you must watch. No one. Death Note. Let's start with the most iconic Death Note. Light Yagami, a brilliant high school student, discovers a notebook that allows him to kill anyone by simply writing their name. But what makes Death Note legendary isn't just the notebook, it's the mind games that follow. Light's battle against L, the genius detective, is one of the most thrilling rivalries in anime history. Every move Light makes is calculated. Every action is a manipulation to hide his identity as Kira. He manipulates the police, his classmates, even his own family, just to maintain control. The dark psychology here lies in Light's belief that he is building a perfect world, when in reality, he's descending into madness. Death Note is not just a story of good versus evil. It's a story of how intelligence and manipulation can corrupt the human soul. No 2 code guesses. Next, we have code guesses with the brilliant strategist Lelouch v Britannia. Lelouch is not your typical protagonist. He's a prince exiled from his kingdom, who gains the power of guesses, the ability to command anyone to do his bidding. But Lelouch doesn't rely only on this power. His real weapon is his mind. Every rebellion, every war, every alliance is a part of his grand plan. He manipulates soldiers, friends, and even his enemies, turning the entire world into a chessboard where he is the master player. What makes code guesses so powerful is not just the manipulation itself, but Lelouch's motivation. He's not simply seeking power. He wants to create a peaceful world for his sister, even if it means becoming a villain in everyone's eyes. His strategies, his sacrifices, and his psychological battles make this anime one of the greatest masterpieces of manipulation. 3. Monster. Now, let's talk about Monster, one of the darkest psychological thrillers in anime history. Unlike Death Note or Code Guesses, Monster doesn't focus on supernatural powers. Instead, it focuses on the terrifying reality of the human mind. At the center of it is Johann Liebert, a character so manipulative, so intelligent, that he can break people without lifting a finger. Johann doesn't need weapons. He uses words. He creates fear, chaos, and despair just by talking to people. He manipulates children into violence, adults into suicide, and entire communities into destruction. Dr. Tenma, the main protagonist, chases Johann across Europe, trying to stop the monster he once saved. But what makes Johann terrifying isn't his actions, it's how real he feels. He represents the darkest side of psychology, how a human can manipulate others to the point where they lose their humanity. Monster is not just an anime, it's a psychological masterpiece. 4. Classroom of the Elite. From a dark thriller, let's move to a modern psychological school setting. Classroom of the Elite. On the surface, it's just a high school anime where students compete for points and ranks. But behind the scenes, it's a ruthless battlefield of manipulation, strategy, and survival. And at the center of it is Kiyotaka Ayanokoji. At first, he appears ordinary, quiet, reserved, even average. But slowly, we see the truth. Ayanokoji is a genius trained to manipulate and outthink everyone around him. He pulls strings from the shadows, turning classmates into pawns, solving problems without ever revealing his true intelligence. What makes Classroom of the Elite so fascinating is Ayanokoji's philosophy. He doesn't care about fame, recognition, or power. He only manipulates when it benefits him. That calm, calculating mind makes him one of the most dangerous anime characters in terms of psychological warfare. 5. Kaiji, Ultimate Survivor. Finally, let's talk about Kaiji, an anime that takes manipulation into the world of gambling and survival. Kaiji Ito is an ordinary man dragged into dangerous games where losing means debt, despair, or even death. But what makes Kaiji unique is how these games expose human psychology. In every gamble, players betray each other, manipulate the rules, and use psychological tricks to win. Kaiji himself is constantly manipulated, but his strength lies in how he adapts, how he learns, and how he uses his own cunning to fight back. Unlike other characters, like Light or Lu, Kaiji isn't a genius mastermind from the start. He's flawed, emotional, and desperate, but that makes his psychological journey more real. Watching him struggle, fall, and rise again makes Kaiji one of the most intense experiences in anime. And that completes our list of 5 dark psychology and manipulation anime you must watch. From Light's God Complex in Death Note, to Johan's chilling presence in Monster, to Ayanokoji's hidden genius in Classroom of the Elite. Each of these anime shows us that the greatest battles are not fought with fists or swords, but with the mind. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments, which manipulator do you think is the most dangerous? Light, Lelouch, Johan, Ayanokoji, or Kaiji? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more anime and deep dives into the psychology of your favorite characters. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of anime, the sharpest weapon is intelligence.